today I'm back with another foundation review, and this is my last foundation that I'll be trying from the Bourjois range. And basically I'm saying this because after this I'll be just filming a very brief chatty guide to Bourjois foundations, and that will consolidate all my reviews and basically lead a specific person with a specific skin type to one of my more specific reviews on that kind of foundation that you might be looking at. And basically this would be the finale, just cause this is my favorite foundation from Bourjois. Even though I am an oily skin girl, I know many people with a dry complex also love this equally, but for me I will just do a full day tried and tested kind of review on this foundation that I've been having for ages, like almost about 2 years. I mean, not this bottle, I've repurchased it for about 2 years already and constantly want to repurchase because it's something that I can never live without, and a lot of people in Singapore use it as well. So if you want to see how this wears, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this is my skin condition. My type of skin type at the moment will be on this side of the screen, but I'm just going to start off by priming this half just so that we can see the differences in application. I'm just going to be using a mixture of these two colours. Actually, I think I am about a 53 in this lineup, but previously I picked up the lightest and darkest just because I was 10 in Australia, but 52 is vanilla and 55 is dark beige, and as you can see they're quite drastically different, so I'm just going to mix a pump of each. The consistency of this foundation is like, it's not super liquidy but it feels really liquidy, but it is actually quite thick in consistency. It feels super like a hybrid between like a gel as well as a moussey foundation, but the touch of it is really quite slippy, if that makes sense. So as you can see, the finish is not perfect, but what I can say about this is that it feels really hydrating on the skin, but not like a kind of like it is making it more oily, if that makes sense. It just feels like the right amount of hydration for skin that is really tight, and especially if you sleep in the air-conditioned room or even if your climate's a little drying, it kind of reflects when you kind of do that smiling thing and your skin just feels really tight. So I find that this foundation is one that actually the only one that kind of hydrates it and makes my skin feel a lot more adjusted and just really moisturized in that aspect. And the coverage it gives at this point is about a medium. You can still see a lot of predominantly purple kind of discoloration still peeking through, but the thing that I like about this is that if I choose to wear it light, I can get it at a light coverage. If I choose to wear it medium, I can get it at medium. So now as it's setting, I'm just going to take my kabuki brush and go over those areas that need more coverage. So just with that really quick patting motion on top of your set foundation, you can see a lot of scarring has been kind of covered, and that gives me about a full coverage. And at this point I'll just quickly apply my concealer under my eye and set it with powder, and for me this full coverage lasts pretty much the whole day. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how versatile it is and also how to apply it for a more full coverage. I suggest not putting more pumps of foundation on your hand and making sure that you apply a lot on your face. I suggest starting out with maybe one pump, finish that, give it about 2 minutes to set, and then go over in that stippling motion to get more coverage. So that's the finish of the side with the damp sponge. As you can see, the sides are a lot more sheeny just because of the wetness of the sponge, but this side is settling down to a little more of a just a semi-tacky finish, not too tacky. It just feels like sunscreen, if that makes sense. And this side just feels super moisturized. I think both sides achieve an even coverage with both application methods. I think that if you want a really natural finish, like you don't want to feel like you're wearing anything, you can use a sponge. What I suggest is taking a very small amount, like in total maybe like half a pump of foundation, dot it in the middle of your face, then blend it out with your fingers and then go over with the damp sponge, and that way you can achieve a barely there kind of coverage. But for me, I get a full coverage with about, I guess in total, about 3 pumps of foundation. And yeah, as you can see, it looks really cohesive and it doesn't really make me look like I'm wearing too much makeup, if I can put that claim out there. Just cause I think what this foundation does is that it really just sinks into the skin really quickly, and its aim is to really look like skin. I'm not sure if that is the serum claim. As you guys saw, I did the foundation review on the Healthy Mix foundation. That one was a little thicker and it finished off on the skin looking really like satin, so it really looked like you had something on your skin. But this, I guess it's with the serum claim, it sort of just hydrates the skin really well and just makes it look really plumped and refreshed. But it's just a very seamless transition between your actual skin, which is generally a little sallow if you are a little older like me, and also I just feel like sometimes I get really tired looking, but this just uplifts everything with a radiance and brightness while just still hydrating the skin really well. So I think the hydrating quality makes it look like you are not wearing too much makeup. So yeah, that is the finish of it. I don't know what you guys think, but I love this foundation. And yeah, I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've had this foundation on for really long because I've been filming simultaneously. I actually filmed 2 more videos. I filmed pony effect kind of products with the contour effect going on. I used one of their contouring palettes as well as a lipstick, not this one but a previous lipstick that I tried. So yeah, if you want to see that review, you can check it out below. And also I did a Morphe 350 palette, kind of a 3 looks with 1 palette kind of a video. So if you want to see that, you can also check it out. But back to this foundation, it applies really nicely, and as I blended a lot of product on top of it, a lot, trust me, nothing moved. And that's the great thing about these foundations, it sets to a almost budge proof kind of finish as long as you set the base really well. I have tried these with cream contouring products before and it doesn't shift as much, but because this is slightly tacky, it will shift, but it's nothing you can't work with. And also, if you don't like to apply any other products on top, this foundation will just set to a really nice finish. So yeah, this is my morning check-in, and when I get back from the end of my day, I will let you guys know how this foundation has held up. Okay, so I'm back from a pretty long day and it's about like 5 going 6. It wasn't too long, but I left at 8 AM. So yeah, basically I changed my lip color before I left the house and it lasts pretty well. It's a Colourpop liquid lipstick, but as you can see, the foundation looks flawless. It's set with powder. When I left, I did set it with a light dusting of powder in the vital areas, under the eye, my forehead and my nose area, and it hasn't budged at all. And as you can see, it looks really natural even with powder on. I mean, aside from everything else going on, the foundation itself I think looks really natural, and that's something to me strikes as a really important point in a foundation. It has to last throughout the day, especially if my oils are gonna seep through. I don't want them to coagulate in any way, and this doesn't. So yeah, I think that if you're gonna set it with powder, get a really good powder as well. I recommend the RCMA translucent powder or the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I want to say I have a whole video on my top 5 setting powders. You can check that out below as well. But yeah, choosing a good setting powder in a combination with the right foundation will prevent that kind of, you know, separating kind of finish, especially if your oil seep through. If you're incredibly oily, I say use a light hand when you're using setting powder, so that not too much powder goes onto your skin, that when the oil seeps through the foundation, it kind of just bunches up in really awkward places. But I think a light setting of powder is key. So yeah, this is how it looks, and I think you guys can tell that I really like it as well. So yeah, I have not much to add, and this gets an all-round 10 out of 10 for me. So if you guys want any other foundation reviews, do leave them in the comments below, and with that I'll just see you guys in the next one. Bye!